So the Clippers, they were off to a rough start to begin the season. And looking at it right now, they are probably one of the best teams in the West, looking at their standings overall in the NBA. For the West, they are the fourth seed standing at 21 and 15. So the Clippers, they're finding a lot of success with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George being back into the lineup. John Wall, Reggie Jackson both playing the point guard position pretty well. Nicholas Batum, Zubac, we got all these guys on the team. Robert Covington being a guy as a reserve off the bench whenever someone gets injured is also pretty great for the team. And today we're going to be talking about the Clippers and their success because I think this team can definitely go really deep into the playoffs, and depending on how things play out, they could be a team to watch out for in the West. So what's up? My name is JDC. If you like what you see, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. And let's just get right into it. So we'll go over the box score right now, starting with Paul George with 23 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal on 9 of 18 from the field, and 5 of 9 from 3. So looking at the roster right now, Paul George, he's been one of their more consistent players, playing in almost all their games. I think he's missed like 10 games or something like that. So he's one of their players where he's been playing majority of the games. Guys like Zubac, I think he hasn't missed a game at all. And, with Paul George, you get offensive ability, but also a guy that can play some great on-ball defense. And today, he showed that the offensive ability was there today. And, hitting 5 of his 9 threes today was pretty great to see. Paul George, whenever Kawhi Leonard was injured, he did majority of the offense, and it didn't go too well. They are 21 and 15. They could be a lot higher if they had, support from Kawhi Leonard, but, Leonard still isn't up to the form that he was before. So we'll see what happens with Kawhi in the future with the Clippers. We'll go into Kawhi right now with 15 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds with 1 steal on the block. I think this is the first time he's visiting the Raptors since leaving the Raptors back in like 2020, 2021, I can't remember. So yeah, great to see Kawhi Leonard back in the city of Toronto. 5 of 12 from the field, 1 and 2 from 3. Leonard, he's getting back into his type of rhythm he was previously. He's not really like the same guy that he was before, but he's getting up there. Over the season, 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists on 46 from the field and 25% from 3, which isn't too great. 3-ball could be a lot higher, but you got to cut in some slack that he is coming back from, I think it was an injury, I want to say, from a couple seasons ago, or maybe it was last season. I can't remember when he got injured, but he's making his way back into the starting lineup for the Clippers, and he's playing pretty okay for his level right now. Hopefully, he can ramp up a lot higher, come playoff time. But they don't really need him to play at a higher level right now. Just kind of get back into the swing of things, basically. So, Marcus Morris, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Zubac with 23 points, 16 rebounds, and 1 assist. Zubac has been probably their consistent player, the one guy that's essentially played in all games, I want to say. I think he's missed 2 games, which is pretty great. He's been their most consistent player alongside Paul George in terms of playing in each game. And I think he's having a pretty underrated season too. Looking at his stats overall, 10 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist. He's averaging a double-double on 63% from the field, sorry. So he's been playing very well for the Clippers, and being that starting center has been definitely beneficial for him. So finally, we got Reggie Jackson in the starting lineup, 20 points, 3 assists, and a rebound on 9 of 15 from the field and 2 of 6 from 3. All the starters today scored in double figures. That's always great to see. The Clippers, everyone's known this since the offseason. They are a very deep team, something that's going to be pretty scary in the playoffs depending on how things play out. Like I said, with, injuries, whoever's going to be sitting out, with Kawhi Leonard being load managed off the bench, and Paul George, kind of missing some games. Same thing with guys like John Wall, Norman Powell, Nick Batum, who we will be talking about. So off the bench, Norman Powell, 22 points, 1 rebound, and 3 assists with 3 steals on 8 of 14 from the field and 2 of 3 from 3. Great to see Norman Powell get back to his scoring ways. He started off the season pretty slow, so hopefully you can see some more out of this from Powell in the near future. Nick Batum, 9 points and 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal with 1 block. I'm pretty sure he's playing the backup center position, which isn't all too optimal. He is around 6'8", 230 pounds. They don't really have a backup center, which is the one problem with this team. They have I mean, Moses Brown, but he was a DNP today. Robert Covington can play some small ball five, but he was also a DNP. I mean, Amir Coffey, can he play? No, he can't play center. So, yeah, they don't really have a true center off the bench. I mean, I saw some reports about a Clint Capella trade. I made a video about that a couple, I think it was like a couple weeks ago, but they really do need a backup center to help this team out a lot more on the boards. But I don't know. Zubac, he's doing okay, but majority of the other guys, I mean, Batum had 7 rebounds. Kawhi had 7 rebounds. I mean, they need a guy off the bench that can grab rebounds and just defend the paint. So, you guys can let me know what you guys think about the Clippers. I think they're going to be a pretty scary team come playoff time if they stay healthy, which is the one true thing this team needs is to stay healthy because guys like Norman Powell has been injured sometimes. Guys like John Wall needs to sit out back-to-back games. Same thing with Kawhi Leonard. Paul George has been pretty inconsistent in games when he played. And even then, he's getting injured sometimes too. Reggie Jackson's missed some time. So there's been a lot of injuries to this team, and they just need to stay healthy, which is like the one thing that is essentially holding back this team. So defensively, they're great. I think, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, two of the best two-way players in the league. Put him up there with like Giannis. I mean, he's probably the golden standard for the two-way player in today's NBA. So, guys like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, having these two guys on the team, good two-way players. I mean, defensively, we're going to be pretty great. And guys like John Wall, who didn't play today, I mean, his on-ball ability as a, point guard is something great to see. And, guys like Reggie Jackson can fill out the role. Zubac, Marcus Morris, Norman Powell off the bench being a six-man type of role. And I don't know, the Clippers, they can definitely move up the rankings. They are, I think, they should be fourth in the standings right now for the West. Yeah, they're fourth behind Memphis, New Orleans, and Denver. So hopefully we can see some more out of the Clippers in the next few games. Looking at their schedule overall, they're going to be versing Boston. Yeah, they're going to be versing Boston on Thursday. Yeah, going to be versing Boston on Thursday. That's going to be a huge test with the Jays playing pretty well. Robert Williams coming back. Al Horford playing. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully they can catch a dub against Boston. And that's the end. So I'm out.